Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, hi, I'm Brittany. Welcome to my channel. I'm so glad you're here today. So today we're filming a very kind of hard video to film. We're going to be doing a reaction to my elimination on the show Instant Influencer. So if you guys want to see this video, let's go ahead and get into it. I just wanted to say a little disclaimer before we get into it. I am so appreciative of the show, and I'm so thankful I was chosen to be on the show, and I'm just so grateful. Don't get me wrong, this is not me bashing the show by any means. I still love James and his team. They were amazing, and I'm just so thankful that he chose me. I still couldn't believe it, even after I got back and was eliminated, that I was one of the 6 that was chosen to be on the show. Now let's get into the video.
Brittany!
Hi.
One note that I would love to give is that this look, in comparison to the others, is a little bit more simplistic.
My face, oh my gosh, I look so mad. I'm like,
I think James thinks I'm basic.
oh my gosh, guys,
basic.
okay, I have to pause it because whenever I was like in my review, because we did all the reviews like after the whole show, so I already knew what was gonna happen and everything, and I was just telling him like I felt like he thought I was basic, and I was very like sad about it, and they were like, no, you have to say it with confidence. And so I was like, I think James thinks I'm basic, and they were like telling me to say that I'm not basic, so I was like, I'm not basic, and I just felt like I come off a lot more confident than I was at the time. So I hope you don't think that I'm like full of myself or anything because of that. But yeah, they didn't like feed us lines, but they did kind of like head us in a certain direction, if that made any sense, when we were doing our reviews. When we were actually like in the moment, they didn't tell us to say anything. They were mainly just like talking to James.
Have a chance to bring it.
I did feel that way. I actually thought I was gonna get eliminated right after they saw my first look, which honestly, I hated my first look. They didn't mention this in the show, but I did end up saying it to the cameras and everything because I was going through a lot at the time when I first found out that I was gonna be in the show. I actually also found out that my Nana had cancer. I was gonna get ready for the show, and I was gonna practice my look and just think of what I was gonna do, because I had just got off the laptop with James and he told me like the first challenge or whatever. I was telling my family that I got in and everything, and I told my mom like, should I go to my hometown, because I'm from Amarillo, Texas, so I was in Dallas at the time. That's where I live now. And she was like, no, don't worry about it, just like get ready for the show. And so I was like, okay, I'll start tomorrow and start like practicing and just coming up with what look I was gonna do. And then they called the next day and they were like, Nana's getting pretty bad, you're gonna need to come. You know how I do YouTube videos?
You know how she does the YouTube videos of makeup? Maria show you where she puts makeup on the phone? Okay, listen.
I'm going to LA tomorrow to compete against other makeup artists.
She's gonna go to LA, to Los Angeles, California, to compete against other people to do makeup.
That's good, man. But I don't want to leave you.
I feel right, Mika. I feel right. You gonna do what you have to do, Mika. I'll be okay. Okay?
I'll come right back here, okay? To see you.
Mama. I'm gonna tell you everything. Okay?
I love you.
Love you.
So I didn't have no time to really even come up with a look or think about it or anything, and I just went back to my hometown to see my Nana. And yeah, so I wasn't really planned for the show at all. Like, I wanted to plan everything out and I wanted to practice and everything, but that just wasn't in the cards for me because obviously my Nana came first. She was sick and she was really old, so I was just like really scared and everything about like what was gonna happen with her. And so I didn't come back to Dallas until the day before we had to leave to LA. I love Paris Hilton.
You guys are hot too.
She was the sweetest person ever. She literally had nothing bad to say about anybody.
First, the rest of you guys.
Oh my god, my face. Okay guys, wait. The reason why I made that face is because obviously I was the first one in the room filming, and they were still kind of like trying to set everything up. So the lights, the camera, like they were trying to fix all the angles because they were recording us. And so they were trying to like move everything out of the way, and it was so loud. And so you could hear them in the background of my video, like while it was playing in front of the judges. And I was like, oh crap, like I'm gonna fail just because of that. But I didn't know that they weren't gonna like put that in there, and they weren't also gonna judge us on that stuff. But that's like why I made my face like that.
You actually cut off the top of your head for some of the clips, and I would have just loved to have
It's
it
not
a
that
little bit
bad,
more
James.
focused on your face.
It's not that
That's
bad.
really,
I was
I
trying to
noticed
focus
when
on
we
the
were watching it
highlight.
because
Look
Stella
how
said even-
wonky my freaking eyelashes look. Okay, guys, so I cut them obviously like really fast. They were Miami's from Lily, and they did not fit my eyes, and it just looked so bad. My eyes looked so wonky.
Why you were mentioning so many other things like the Morphe brush and drugstore highlighters, all that was doing was sending my thoughts into other directions, and you want.
The reason I was mentioning other products is to tell you guys that it was worth the price, you know? Because if I mention other products, like if you're like, oh, I could just get that highlighter like in the drugstore section, I wanted to tell you like why this one was worth the money, if that made any sense.
Paris?
First off, I want to say I love your hair color.
Thank you so much.
I think for an influencer, it's
I love
definitely
Paris.
important to have kind of your trademark, and I think that color works so well on you.
I was like,
Thought
oh my
that you had a lot of fun with
god.
it.
Oh my gosh, guys. Okay, so like, they took it out of here, but I ended up saying Paris had nothing bad to say about my look, so, but they took that out.
It felt a little bit scripted, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
They literally had us sit down and make a script for our video. I was getting so nervous, guys. I was just like tapping my leg and freaking out. When I saw just me and Gabriel, my screen just turned off after that, and I was like, I know what's gonna happen. I know. If James comes in here, I know what's gonna happen.
Hi, Brett.
Oh my god. Can we just talk about how pissed I looked when James came in? I was not happy at all. I was like, why are you in here, James? Like, oh my god, look at my face. I was trying not to cry. Don't cry. Don't cry. Don't cry.
I love you and your personality and the
But it
confidence
happened
that being on
anyways.
camera gives you.
And then he hugged me and it made it worse, but I love him so
I'm so proud
much.
of you. To mine because this
I was
is
like, oh my god, my makeup's gonna look so bad, because I was like literally just crying and crying, and there was no tissues or anything, and I was like, dang, I'm gonna look so bad. And they took so many parts of me going out because I couldn't breathe, guys. I just couldn't breathe.
Promise? Yeah. But you better promise.
When he made me promise, guys, that was really hard, because honestly, I wasn't thinking I was gonna go on after that. I got really depressed after the show. The whole next day, I didn't want to see anybody. Like, I asked if I was gonna see the rest of the cast members, and he was like, do you want to see the rest of the cast members? And I was like, no, because I was just like too embarrassed, and I just felt really disappointed in myself. Like I said, I hated my first look. I felt like I didn't give it any thought, but obviously if I went back in time, I still wouldn't be able to, like, my grandma was really sick, and I didn't have time to like think about what I was gonna do. It was just kind of like an impulse thing of like, I should go, because when I visited her, she told me to go, and I just felt like I had to. I felt like it was my chance, and I was doing it for her. She even said, like, you better come back a winner. And it was really hard being there. I felt like most of the time I was thinking about her instead of the show, which, I mean, I should have. Like, she's my nana, and I regretted leaving her a lot. And I said it a lot to the cameras, because obviously they asked me like what was going on and stuff, but they left it out of the show, which I could see why, because obviously it's like a really sad thing and they want to keep the show really positive and fun. But it was really hard, and I was really disappointed in myself. Like, come on, Brittany, like, you couldn't get past the first round. Like, I was really, sorry guys. I was really mad at myself.
No,
He
you're
kept
okay.
mentioning how bubbly I was throughout the
Before
whole
we go,
show
I want to
because of my
to
look.
sign off together on the show. Just like this was a
Oh my
regular
gosh,
YouTube
guys,
video,
this was
okay?
so hard.
Hi, you guys. James
Okay,
here.
so a lot of people talked about this part, about like how it was wrong and everything, and asked me what my thoughts are on it, of me like having to sign off with him. And honestly, it was really hard, guys. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I just wanted to go home. When I think about it, it's actually a nice thing, because he wanted me to like shout out my channel and stuff, and I was really pissed at myself because I couldn't like say the outro with him, because I just kept crying and messing up. We had to retake that part like so many times, and he was just holding my hand the whole time, which he was so sweet to do that. Like, he was just there for me. So obviously, like, people saying that like he was so horrible for making me do that. I mean, I don't think that myself, but it was really hard. And I was there like 4 days or 3 days after I was eliminated. So I do wish that maybe like I could have came back the next day after like I regrouped or whatever, and maybe did this part, but obviously that's not how it went. I mean, it does go better with the show if I did it right here when I was being eliminated and I said bye. but it did suck. And I mean, he was just so patient with me, and we just kept retaking it until I could fully do it. But obviously I was still crying. Look at my eyes, I look like a sad puppy. But I got it done. I was like I took a big breath after that. I was like, oh, thank God. Like, I just said it. I was just like, find me on BritanyRaquell. Like, I just said it so fast. I was mad at myself because I really wanted to like tell you guys, like, come join my family. Like, you could find me here, but obviously I just got eliminated, so it was a really hard thing to do. I smelled so bad. He hugged me and I was like, oh my God, I smell so bad because I was running and sweating, and it was just a long day, and I was like, oh my God, I hope he can't smell me. And that's when James Charles crushed my dreams. I'm just kidding. I'm totally kidding. Okay guys, and that is my reaction. Obviously a lot of stuff went on behind the scenes that wasn't told in the show, and I just kind of wanted to let you guys know my story and what happened. Unfortunately, when I did get home, I thought me being home because I was eliminated first would give me some more time with my Nana, but unfortunately she passed away the day before I got back from LA, which was really hard because it was literally just one day. But if you guys have seen my update video, I did that whenever I got back home from her funeral, and I let you guys know what happened and everything. But obviously I didn't mention the show because nobody knew I was in the show yet, but I did mention that I had some other stuff going on that I was also sad about, and that was being eliminated from the show. So if you guys want to go watch that, I talk all about what happened with my Nana and everything, and hopefully everything makes a little bit more sense now with everything being put together. But it was just a really hard time for me. I didn't know if I was going to continue to do YouTube just because I felt really defeated and everything. And now that I've had time to grieve and everything, I really do believe this is my dream, and I'm not gonna stop now. And I'm so happy that you guys are still joining me, even though I was the first person eliminated. I've had a lot of growth, and let me know if you guys want me to react to the rest of the show. Sorry, I'm gonna try to, okay. Yeah, just let me know if you guys want to see more videos about the show, or if this is it. Do you want me to do a Q&A? Do you want me to do some more reactions over the other seasons of the show? Just let me know in the comments down below, and make sure you are subscribed to my channel, BritanyRaquell. I post 3 videos a week, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye. Where's my makeup wiper?